move on with the EM Wigs, which is an online wig boutique by Atinuke. If you are here.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hi, my name is Atinuke and I'm the founder of EM Weeks. So I would share my screen so that you have a look at what I do. I provide high quality human hair wigs for women who have either lost their hair due to cancer or just want to look good. And I started this business when I was doing my PhD program in Guelph because there was no beauty supply store that was catering to the needs of women who require this service. Particularly, I lived in Europe for a while when I was doing my originally, like I'm African, and due to the weather, I lost a major part of my hair. So I started to wear wigs every time. But when I moved to Canada to start my PhD, I couldn't find, any wig supply store in my city, Guelph. And that was why I started the business. So I actually started, as something that I would just, do on the side, but the business has really kicked off much more than I expected. And I started with supplying people living in Guelph with wigs, but now I ship wigs to the US and to all the cities in Guelph, including the Northwestern Territories, in Canada. So I have different types of wigs. I have different colors, different lengths, different styles, different, types to suit different kinds of people. And like I mentioned, I ship, with shipping partners. And one way that I find my customers is I started with finding them through word of mouth, but now people are able to search for my website. They're able to find me on Google. They're able to connect with me on social media. I use especially Instagram, and I'm beginning to get used to TikTok because that's another tool that I find that people use a lot. And I believe that's it about me. I just wanted to show you a couple more styles of wigs. So I have at least 100 types of wigs. So I have a wide variety. I source my wigs from outside of Canada, mainly from Asia. And I also know how to find doing some of the dirty work of, making the wigs and I do my marketing. I think nowadays I'm, starting to look for people to join me to do the work because it's a lot of work. So that's it about my business. I'm currently located in Kitchener, and in Kitchener I offer pickup and delivery depending on what the person wants and how soon they need the wig. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Atinuke. It was great hearing about it. It is wonderful. So yeah, I'm also in Waterloo, so I might come by and then see your wigs.
I have a question. It is just for ladies, like
Yes.
and my friend Farid.
So right now, my wigs are mostly for ladies. I mean, we also serve transgender women. We also serve men who want to wear wigs.
We are not transgender. We are.
I mean, yeah, but we also serve men who want to wear wigs, maybe for cosplay or something. Like I have customers that just want to wear wigs for the sake of it. Right now, we don't have wigs exclusively for men, but I believe that would be a direction to go to in the future. As we're a small business, I mean, everything is dependent on the funding and the finances that I have and that I've been able to generate. So I think that that's one of the challenges that my business is facing. I have, sometimes customers requesting for so many different styles of wigs that I do not have enough money to stock or to produce and to provide. So I don't know if that's one way that the Canadian Helper Society is able to help. Are you able to help women-led businesses by providing grants or financial aid? And that's my question.
Wonderful.
Customer, I have a question. Customer needs to come to your salon, or you can go to the customer house?
So I don't have a salon. I work from my home. It's an e-commerce store, and that's why we're able to serve customers outside of Kitchener. So I don't only serve local customers. However, customers that are local to Kitchener, Guelph, Cambridge, Waterloo are able to come by for based on an appointment to pick up or to check out a wig. So that's usually an option, but they have to book an appointment because I also have a day job. So that they don't come while I'm at work, or even if they were to come while I'm at work, maybe during my break hours. So they usually have to book ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Atinuke, I have a question. Is it a side hustle or is it your main job right now?
No, it's a side hustle because I have a 9 to 5. But I'm hoping, I mean, like I said, I started it out of passion and wanting to be able to get what I needed and what I saw that a lot of other people needed in my city. So it majorly started out as a play, but nowadays it's looking bigger than me. And I'm hoping that in the future, it will be something that I do full time. But right now I have a day job. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully you're gonna rely it as a main income because it seems that it is your passion. So it is great. And I was wondering, have you had any challenge in refund policy you're having if they're not satisfied? Have you had any challenge in dealing with it?
I mean, I've had some cases, but it's very rare. I would say that I have those kind of issues once or twice in a year.
Okay.
And that's like 1% of my base. So it's usually as a result of, I've seen people say, oh, the wig is too big for me or it's too small for me. So majorly I stock medium-sized wigs that fits about 95% of women. So there's that 5% that my offerings don't fit, and they're not, I don't see them as often. But what I always offer them is to offer them custom services, like especially for people that have loss of hair and maybe they've had a smaller head over the years, and there are people that wear children's size caps, something like that. So what I usually do is, because for me, customer service is very, very important. And I believe that's one of the reasons that I'm still in business. I offer refunds and I accept exchanges. The only thing that I do is when people need to refund, they need to bear the cost of the delivery. They pay for shipping, because we all know, I mean, people that offer product businesses know that shipping is one of the biggest challenges of any product business in Canada. It's not cheap. Even Canada Post is not cheap. So every time they need to buy their wig, they pay for shipping. And if they need to return it, they also pay for shipping. So I don't refund shipping fees, but I'm able to refund every other fee. One other thing that I'm beginning to consider when I need to do refunds is the cost of processing their fee on my website. So depending on the payment method they choose, if they choose to use their credit card or their debit card through my website, I'm beginning to think that I would have to deduct that amount, which is 2.99% plus 30 cents. My website is hosted on Wix. I'm beginning to decide to deduct that amount, because in the past it's an amount that I've had to incur. So I'm beginning to decide that I would start deducting that amount, and I would also begin to deduct or charge them for a restocking fee, because as a small business, I mean, as much as I want to do like the likes of Walmart and the big businesses, there's still a way that I'm not able to compete with them. And I've dealt with some big businesses that actually charge restocking fee. And that's why I'm beginning to think that as a small business, I should also be able to charge a restocking fee. So for me, the cost of me processing their payments and the cost of having the wig back will be my restocking fee. And that's a policy that I'm going to be creating in my business within the month.
So, okay, it is great. Yeah, it is great to hear about your experience.
I have one more. Sure. You had a question that if the Canadian helpers can help you or not. Usually, the nonprofit doesn't have money directly to pay for the businesses, services, but usually, sometimes they can put your business in a project, and later on, and something that related to. And then based on that project, if they can get fund, yeah, of course, your business, and you will receive your share based on your business that is defined on the project. But usually you can get, hopefully, Seville later on, the projects coming, funds available coming later on. If it is possible, she will put you in part of a project, and if they get approved, then of course you will be part of the project and you will receive the fund.
Okay, thank you very much. That's something I would really look forward to. Last year, I forgot to mention that last year, the social responsibility that my business took up was to donate $2 from every of our purchases to help alopecia research. So alopecia is the loss of hair, and that's like one major reason that women buy wigs. And 40% of women are likely to encounter or suffer from alopecia. It also sometimes is due to childbirth. So that was what my business did last year. We supported the CANAF organization that is in charge of alopecia and doing the research and helping people with alopecia. So I don't know if that's something that that the Canadian Helper Society would want to make up as a project in the future, but I would love to be on such projects to get some funding for the business and to help people suffering from hair loss.
It depends on the fund definition of the fund. In some like this fund was ladies join and promote their business. It depends on, in some funds later on, hopefully it will be possible that you will be part of the project, and I believe Seville and Canadian helpers will love this kind of cooperation.
Thank you.